I'm Karen Addis, and this is my feline son, Jarrett. He's so cute, I love him. And today I'm going to be doing another entry on foster care, so I'm going to be adding to that journal. These ones are always difficult, but I like doing them for two reasons, which is why I do most of my videos, especially the journal videos. The journal entry videos, because a lot of the topics are hard and they're taboo a lot of the time, and so a lot of people feel alone, or they feel wrong, or they feel dirty, and it sucks, because you shouldn't feel that way, because you're not alone. Other people feel that way too, and I feel like if people aren't being like, hey, that's okay, I feel this way too, it happens to people and it's not your fault, I just feel like that'll be so much more helpful than just sitting in like a little dark place feeling so alone and feeling so sad. Metaphor for depression. And my second reason is for people who can't relate, for people who have never went through experiences like this, which I'm really happy for you, and I would never want you to go through things like this, but also because of that, it's hard for you to understand. So I want you to be able to at least have the opportunity to be like, oh, this is how it affected this person. I know a person that also happened to. It makes so much sense now, and you can maybe be a little more sympathetic, maybe. And I just feel like just the chance that those two things might happen, that they are a maybe, I feel like that's super worth it. You're welcome. Totally needed to see that. So yeah, today I'm going to do a video from being an ex-foster kid and having my birthday and what that's like. Yesterday was my birthday. I turned 22. And guys, this is getting off track. Oh, that girl just like bouncing. Alright. Whoa. Ooh, look at that. Got super off track there. Anyway, let's continue. Being in foster care, well, people are mostly in there because they don't have families, or because their family didn't want them, or because their family wasn't capable of taking care of them. So when you age out of foster care, you still don't have a family, and that can be really hard around holidays and around birthdays and around anything that everyone is like, oh, what did you do? Like, what did you do for Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? What did you get for your birthday? And just that can be really triggering, because chances are they did nothing. Chances are they got nothing. Chances are the thing they ended up doing was crying and having an anxiety attack and having a really super depressing, triggering day. And I feel like I should elaborate on that a little more. A lot of people who have been through traumatic events have PTSD. And for people who have PTSD, maybe because of a childhood occurrence, maybe being in foster care, just what I'm trying to say is like over a long period of time. Things that have to do with family, things that have to do with coming together as a family, any of those things can be extremely triggering. And that's why being a foster kid without any family and having to live with strangers who, not all foster parents are horrible, but not all foster parents are great. And a lot of them are abusive, and a lot of them hurt us. And that's scarring, and it causes us to have PTSD. And when things that come around, like our birthdays, like holidays, there's two reasons why it's hard. I've already stated one. You literally do nothing because you don't have anyone to do anything with. You don't have that family that everyone else has, that everyone else goes to travel on the weekends to see, spend Christmas with or birthday. We don't have that. And for 2, not just is it a day filled with nothingness, it's a day filled with pain because it's triggering. You think of not having a family, and then you think of what you did have. And it hurts. So you're just back in that feeling again, and you're just this kid who was in foster care, and suddenly you feel that pain again, and you can't stop crying, and you think you're being so stupid, and that just makes it worse, and you don't know how to make it stop. And you can't make it stop because you don't know how, and you can't go to anybody because you don't have anybody. So because of that, birthdays can suck a lot. And not just birthdays. I already mentioned holidays, but when I say holidays, I'm not just talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm not just talking about Easter or any like the major ones. I'm talking about things like 4th of July. That's because I don't feel like people really think of that, but that's anything that people are like, oh, how was that weekend? Did you go see the fireworks? Did you spend time with people? Everything. And it kind of feels like nothingness. And it feels like that for a long time, and it might feel like that now. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't always have to feel like that. It doesn't always have to feel like that, and therefore, it probably won't always feel like that, honey. Okay? There is a lot of time and space that has to happen and take place before you don't feel like that. And it's not like this. I know you probably want it to be, but it's not. And people around you want it to be because they're like, what's wrong with you? Get over it. Stop throwing a pity party for yourself. And you're not, okay? Don't listen to people who say that to you. Don't listen to yourself if you say that to yourself, because you are valid and you make sense. It makes sense. You're not illogical for crying, even if you don't know why. It's because your past doesn't make sense. Because it doesn't make sense for people to be cruel to someone. It doesn't make sense for you to have been neglected. So, if you were, and if that's why you're crying, any other reason you were in foster care too, then it makes sense, because anyone would be scarred after that, okay? But the thing is about that, the thing about those scars, the thing about those experiences, listen to this, they can make you stronger than maybe the majority of everyone around you, because it's true, and it sounds cliche, but all of these things that happen that are hard and suck and feel like they're going to drown us in pain, if we get through it, when we get through it, and I'm not just talking about like the event happening, but also the pain and just healing from that, oh my gosh, you're gonna be a beautiful person. Oh, you're gonna be so strong, and you're gonna be so confident, because something about being in foster care and about having that shit happening to us is it teaches us eventually, at least me, that literally what people think of me does not matter. It doesn't matter. It makes you so confident, and it makes you just like free. It makes you free. And a lot of people don't have that. They have this constant fear of what other people think of them. They have like, they're so self-conscious, and I feel, at least for me, once you get through all that pain, get through your past, You're gonna be so beautiful. It makes you so strong. And I feel like that's where I am now. I had my birthday yesterday, and it wasn't like what I am describing. It started that way a bit, but it was really awesome. I talked to a few people, and I actually talked to my mom, and at first it was awful and I had an episode, but then we kept talking after that. After I called her back and I exploded because I should have waited because I was still very triggered. But she's owning up and taking responsibility too. And sometimes you have to give people that chance too. And sometimes you have to stop giving people that chance. But sometimes when they're ready for it, they'll take it. And it's really rewarding because she is changing and I'm changing too. And it's just really, really awesome. And yesterday was awesome. And guys, I made a cake from scratch and it was beautiful. And I know what beautiful tastes like now, and it tastes wonderful. It was a lemon cake with cream cheese frosting and lemon zest. And guys, sometimes it's things like that I do that make me think like I'm like a culinary master or I'm just like amazing. But it was beautiful and delicious, and I could just go on for a long time about it, but I feel like I'm starting to get into humble bragging territory, so I'm gonna stop. But it was amazing. So yeah, I think that's the video. I hope it was helpful and informative, and I hope if you could relate to this in any way, in different ways too than what I described, because I have my experience. I don't have all of yours, but if you could relate in any way, I hope it helped you too, and I hope you know that there's an exciting life ahead of you when you get out of this turmoil, because once you do, I'm not kidding, like, you'll be so strong, because it's a journey, but it really does make you unbelievably strong. It makes you confident because you will have realized that people's opinions doesn't matter, and it's such a gift learning that from a young age. It sucks and it's scarring and it's tragic, but then we learn that people's opinions doesn't matter. They don't matter because they're just people just like us, and we have so much more life to live with that knowledge and that confidence, and it just makes you butterflies of people and unique and awesome and awesome. And for people who haven't experienced that, I hope it helps you know a little bit of what it's like and can just be more sensitive with people and maybe just be there for them on things like their birthday and Christmas, and not talk about it, not really bring up that, but just, be there. And I'm glad we're here together right now. It's good to know you guys. Goodbye from Jay and Gabe. Bye, guys.